designed for keeping secrets in my head, or any space you can find. Glad to see that I can help make your life a bit easier. And have you ever thought of how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
I don't know what's going on here, but it's Wednesday, over the hump day. I just got over the hump, and hopefully you did too. It's Butch On Sports, Simply Butch's here, and always thanks for tuning in on a Wednesday over the hump day. I just repeated that one more time, just so you don't forget. Yes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a day here, what a day in sports here. A lot of good stuff going on here. I'm watching Toronto and Boston playing hockey right now. Toronto is leading 4-3 in the mission. So get yourself some refreshments and get ready for the third period, boys and girls. Tigers are playing also right now here, and I do believe I'll get some scores on that in a few minutes here as I pop up my little book here and switch my little screen. Hopefully it switches very quickly, of course. And yes, I have some action here. Okay. Some scores to give you here right now while I kind of slide over everything here. Bottom of the three. Bottom of the third. And I see no score. I see no score for the Tigers at all. None. Zero. None at all. I'm going to kind of stretch my little board out a little bit further. Nope, no score for the Detroit Tigers at this point in time. Oh, yeah, some basketball going on as well, too, here in Indiana. And Cleveland's going on with some basketball playoff style here. Cleveland's leading right now in the fourth period, or the fourth quarter, I should say here. They're leading by 6. And again, I just mentioned Toronto. Did I mention the other game that's going on here? The Washington game? Is that over? Let's find out here while I'm switching the boards and getting everything together. I'm clicking. I'm continually clicking. Yes. No. I wait a minute. I do have a score. Toronto wins over Washington, 108 to 96, I do believe here. 98. That's the final score. Now, don't you feel better? Yes, I know you do. Got that out the way here. So let's get some more sports scores here. We know last night the Detroit Tigers game Tuesday night was against the Pittsburgh Pirates at PNC Park. Was postponed due to rain. That's the 28th rain out this season for all ball games played right now. So far this season. That's a lot of making up to do. Plus, the Tigers made up their first game earlier with a 13-10 victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Nicholas Castellanos was the hot man there with 4 hits, including a key home run, and Detroit Tigers used about 20 hits to outslug the Pittsburgh Pirates in that particular game. Again, final score is 13-10, and I just repeated that the Tigers are now played for this right now, and there's no score in that particular game. That's the third inning. By the way, boys and girls, if you just want to know, the Detroit Tigers are in second place. They're only 2 games back of Cleveland in the Central Division there. Remarkable. And everybody said the Detroit Tigers would not have an exciting season. It would be very boring. But again, if they win tonight, they'll be 500. Remarkable, isn't it, boys and girls? 500. And may get a half a game because I do believe Cleveland is not playing right now. We'll find that out a little bit later on, too, if we have time to do that there. Mike Gerber was called up to the big leagues there. And if they need someone else to hit there, I don't know if he's in the lineup in the second game here. Drew Van Hagen was sent down for assignment in AAA Toledo. Gerber, 25, has made his major league debut last Friday night against the Royals. He was pinch running in the bottom of the ninth inning of game number 2, which, again, we know that they were not successful there. But the Tigers, again, they're going to be trying all kind of little fits and whatnot here. So if the young kids can't make it, they'll be sent down, and someone will be sent up from Toledo, which is a good thing here because we're going to find some kids who want to play, have some enthusiasm. And I will say this right now for the season as it just begins here. Tigers playing around, this is the 22nd game of the season. They're not too bad. Again, offenses in the middle there, they got to work on knocking men in scoring position, which they did practically last week and still doing it this week as well. Bullpen pitching, that got to get some work in there. And some starting pitching as well has to be some work. Boyd has looked very well. He's right now the best pitcher for the Detroit Tigers as this short season has started there. So, again, as the season go along, Finch has not have been bad either. Not has been bad at all. 87 miles an hour pitches there. I mean, he did throw 1 over 90 and still got over the hump. And got a win last week here. And the Tigers win. I do believe he pitched last Saturday there. But again, Tigers are doing pretty well in the short start of the season, only about a month ago, or a month in past there, just put it that way. Jack Roberts, if you don't know who Jack Roberts is the longtime executive director of the Michigan High School Athletic Association. He announced that he's going to retire in August. Roberts has held that position since 1986. He will end his tenure as the second longest serving executive director in the 94-year history of the MHSAA. He says in a little quote, I don't think anybody could have been luckier than I to enjoy their work so much and enjoy the people he worked with so much there. Roberts said that in an article post on the MHSAA website there. He's been blessed and been able to bring his passion to the work every day and able to act on his convictions. You don't think anybody else could feel more called to a job than he did here. Under Roberts' watch, overall participation in high school athletics in Michigan increased 10%. Girls competition in cheer and girls and boys bowling was added on there. Girls lacrosse in 2005 were added to the state tournament lineups, which is also good because, again, there's many sports that you can play within the state. Skiing and all that state. He also implemented a bunch of key rule changes during his tenure to allow some multiple schools to create some cooperative teams. That was one of the biggest rules there. There were teams that basically just couldn't field maybe a football team. He was able to allow other teams to kind of partner with other teams as well. And that still goes on where you're able, if you're with maybe a private school that didn't have a team, to go to maybe the nearby high school that do have a team to play some sports and be good for it as well there. He also created a dead period as well of health, safety protocol for concussions, heat management, and CPR requirements, which is required by every member of the team, assistant coaches as well as coaches. I felt that was a very important huge important move, as we did see some misfortunes with athletes, especially during the football practice in summer where heat exhaustion and whatnot fell into play. They acted very, very seriously. Used to be the old saying there that the coaches wouldn't let you have any water at a certain period of time. Now they drain you with water there if you got thirsty and whatnot. That was a rule that stuck to the ribs of Jack Robinson, and he made that official. You cannot starve a kid out or a player out when they need some hydration. Okay. He always felt executive director in the United States was one of those particular that many people thought he was in tune to get, but he was a representative to the council president, Scott Grimes, who served as assistant superintendent of human services in Grand Haven's public schools before he got that job. So Jack Roberts will be missed. In August, again, he's going to retire. I'm quite sure there's going to be some fanfare for that. Yours truly is going to be there to deal with it. Clarissa Shields, you know who she is. She's one of the best boxing young ladies here in the world. 2 Olympic championships under her belt. She signed a big contract with Showtime Boxing. And she, the Flint native, on her next flight, she's going to do a show in Detroit at the Masonic Temple on June 22nd. Yes, so it's going to be big time Showtime Boxing back in Detroit again here. And she's going to be the main event for that particular there. That's up for grabs on the vacant International Boxing Federation and World Boxing Association middleweight belts there. It's going to be up for grabs in that particular one. She's going to face Hannah Gabriel in the main event on June the 22nd. Then Shields is 5-0, 2 knockouts, entered the fight as the IBF and World Boxing Council super middleweight champion. That's 168 pounds. Is the limit on that particular super middleweight contention there. Gabriel there as 18-1-1. She has 11 knockouts. She holds the WBA and the World Boxing Association super welterweight belts at 154 pounds. So I'm quite anxious to see what they're going to do in the middle to kind of bring that to pose, and who's going to gain weight or who's going to lose it. I just want to know. You know, Detroit Tigers have not been very successful with their attendance this year because of all the hoopla I've been given that the Tigers are not going to be a mediocre team. However, there has been a sellout this year besides opening day, and the sellout has been the Bark in the Park night this season there. Yes, a Bark in the Park night is going to be upcoming here in May. And the Tigers said, you know what, being that one is sold out, hey, let's do a couple more. So they have added 2 additional dates on the Bark in the Park on Thursday, July the 5th against the Texas Rangers, and Monday, August the 13th against the Chicago White Sox. Fans can purchase the exclusive Bark in the Park ticket package that includes 1 ticket for your doggy and 1 ticket for you. Isn't that cute? And they're going to have plenty of features, including water stations, dog restrooms. The Michigan Humane Society volunteers and other amenities is going to be there. The package are available for about $48 for a pair of tickets, 1 adult, and of course 1 dog ticket. Additional adult tickets can be purchased. Please note, 1 dog per adult ticket. 1 doggy. So that means you want to bring your girlfriend, she's going to have to buy a $48 package for her doggy as well there. The portions of the proceeds for the event is going to benefit the Michigan Humane Society. Michigan Humane Society is the largest and oldest animal welfare organization in the state, caring for tens of thousands of animals each year. A limited supply of tickets are available for these particular dates. Wednesday, April 25th. That's when they're going to go on sale. More information for the ticket package, you can visit tigers.com/bark. Arf. A special Bark in the Park ticket event is required for the participants. And let me tell you this right now, boys and girls, before we go any further for this particular goodie bag here. The Bark in the Park package can only be purchased online There will be no day of game sales, no exceptions. So you can't bring your dog down there and go to the box office and buy a ticket. It ain't going to happen. They ain't going to let them in. They're going to tell you and your dog to go home. And that's sad. So get those tickets early if you want to be a participant in Bark in the Park. Now, before we go off the air here, and before we do, I want to mention a little bit about the draft, the football draft coming up here. That is tomorrow night. Detroit Lions are be number 20th. Of course, Mr. Quinn, the general manager of the Detroit Lions, said he's all open for trading up or getting more draft picks. The more the merrier. He likes that. But if they see a certain athlete when their turn comes at 20 and it's there, they're going to take it. In the meanwhile, the mini camp is going on with the Detroit Lions where they all getting themselves together, getting their work in, off-season programs, and getting all together. And that phase one of getting together is done. The mini camp is done. Now they can do a little touching each other and knocking each other down or whatever they got to do. Still, they got to work on their strength and conditioning. And the staff is very, very dedicated in making sure that happens first and foremost. However, the draft is the main ticket tomorrow night, Thursday. That will start at 8 o'clock. There are 2 channels right now who are officially able to do that. This will be the first year that Fox Sports, the regular channel, not the cable, will be bringing you the draft. So Fox will be up all night long to give you the draft in its entirety. At least that first round, that is. And that'll go to about maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock. Or maybe a little bit after. So, and also the NFL Network as well will be dealing with that. Now, what I've been spying on is to see if ESPN is going to have any kind of programming or something to kind of emulate the draft picks that all the teams get. I have not gotten anything back on that yet, but again, you can kind of flick your little channel switcher here and make sure that you don't miss none of that. When you do it, I would do it. I would do it indeed. Here, we'll find out. ESPN going to be part of the celebration here. Would you think? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm trying to push some buttons here to get them going, and the buttons are pushing. And see what we got here. Bottom of the third. We got no score on there. And just trying to straighten everything out here. Until I refresh this bad boy here, we probably won't get no more other scores here right now. Here's my little board of stocks. But so what? Oh, let me remind you of this thing here. Des Bryant. Some people have been coming up with that. Maybe Des Bryant would be a good Lion. I don't know what's going to happen with that particular deal, but Des Bryant was reportedly turned down a multi-year offer with the Ravens. I don't know why he did that, because it's going to be very hard for him to become, on anybody's team, as high as his price he's going to be asking. And I think very seriously, his price is going to have to be lowered to a no, not one if he's expected to have a job in the NFL. Or it'll be like Calvin Kaepernick with no job at all. And that's not good. That's not good at all. You better pick a team and quick here, buddy. Still no score with the Detroit Tigers right now. Toronto is getting ready to skate with Boston in the third period. It's going to be exciting. Toronto is leading. That's going to be something else. Already the Raptors on one at home tonight, and I'm quite sure no one has went home. No one has went home. They are not going to go home until the game is over. So Toronto, get ready to ride. If Toronto wins tonight, the Maple Leafs win tonight, that's going to be a wee bit of partying. In the meanwhile, yours truly is going to get out of the way here and enjoy the rest of the evening here. Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. We'll be on tomorrow night with some draft news or what it may be. We might be on late because we're going to wait for the Detroit Lions to make their pick. And hopefully give you some other picks as well. And have maybe an interview. As yours truly is going to do it live from Allen Park tomorrow night. Might be late, but we'll be on. Hey, take it easy, everybody. Again, Butch On Sports is a presentation of Oh My Darling Productions. Hey, check me out on Facebook. You can always do that. Go to Facebook on Butch On Sports to get the podcast. Or you can type in SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.podomatic.com. You can go to the GameSportsShow.popbean.com and catch Scott Mason and yours truly, yes, yours truly, along with Dave McCaig and some of his goodies on there. Okay, so don't be sad. Don't be sad at all. Hey, we're done. Talk to you later. Again, have a great Wednesday night.